Part clean boost, part overdrive, part exciter, part fuzz pedal. Hi, I'm JayLeonardJ, and today we're checking out the Airstrip by Catalinbread. On the bench today, we got ourselves a preamp from the cats at Catalinbread. This is called the Airstrip, and it's taking cues from that classic Trident A-range preamp, the big old rack unit stuff you'd see in the studios, heard on David Bowie tunes, on Queen, heard on Lou Reed, all those wonderful, juicy, delicioso tones. Now, what we got here is, at its heart, you can use it as a tone enrichener to kind of thicken out your sound, give you a little bit of that, little bit of extra butter to your sound. Or you could start cranking it up and start overdriving the circuit, and you get that nice fuzz sag that is quite reminiscent of just people cranking the front end of those classic preamps. So what we're going to do today is I'm going to use my PRS Modern Eagle 5, and I'm going to plug it into a Tone King Imperial, and we're going to try and check out all the different little shades of tones that you can find in this tiny little box. Let's get to work. Well, we're all wired up and ready to rock and roll. This pedal can take up to 24 volts of power. In the intro of this video, I used it at 9 volts. That's how you can get that really Velcro-y sound. But right now, I have this wired at 18 volts. In my opinion, that's the sweet spot. I really like it there. You get a lot of headroom, a lot of dynamics, and it gives it that nice little, I don't know, keeps everything together in a lovely way. Let's hear what it does to my sound. I have everything at a noonish position, and let's hear what goes on when I turn it on. This is the guitar and the amp on its own. Here's the Airstrip. Really crispy. It's a really tight attack, and in general, I think the sound of this pedal is kind of like a compressor with the attack really slow, a nice zippy transient. That's what gives it that nice snappiness. If I get rid of the trim and I get rid of this push, I have a boost. Kind of a tone sweetener. It's very, very beautiful. Now the sandpaper happens when you start turning up the trim knob. You start adding a little bit of that zip. I think of this pedal less as an overdrive and more as like an exciter and then like kind of like a fuzz. And this is the excitement here. See, it adds a little bit of crispiness. As I turn this up, it gets brighter so I can compensate by turning down the filter. So you can hear your attack is really emphasized with this pedal, and it adds a little bit of crispiness at your note. That's really cool when you start adding distortion to your amplifier. So this is the gain channel of my amp. Now listen to the separation I get with this pedal. I really like that. That's super funky stuff. Let's go back to the clean channel. Now we're gonna start adding the push. The push is that nice fatness and that real saturation we start getting. It's cool. Let's turn it up all the way now. And that is the Airstrip by Catalinbread. Well, that is it. That is the video. Thank you all so much for watching. Please subscribe to the page if you haven't done so already. And check out the links in the description below, specifically the Spotify one. I have an album coming out in the spring, and I'll be releasing some singles as we get towards it. And it'd be great if you could support it. It's my first solo album, so I'm pretty excited about it. If you want to hear my review on the Airstrip, I'll put it on Patreon. I do all my reviews on Patreon, sponsored by the Patreon supporters, and then all my demos and tutorials. Everything else is right here on YouTube. Now, my question for the subscribers today is, how would you use use this pedal? Would you go for full fuzz mayhem, or would you actually use it for the more subtle thickening of your sounds, maybe just a little bit of that excitement to kind of make your guitar pop out a little bit in the mix? Right in the comment section below. That being said, I'll see you all soon. Take care and goodbye.